can be an jay, a tramoka, Monse Okatakyie, net means pay as you go journalist for. And then Kenya some more DJ Wanya, when they saw Kodia Kontoka, and they were jay entertainment and come politics. Was he a chill musica? Fellows of Squatch, why are you? It was the culture of silence. And I mean, say. Fast Kwame Sefa can better so. And so be a din, and they go for the near na culture of silence, culture of silence, culture of silence. And then this by will be a one in Yagri, be a you free media. For Kwame Sefa can to so. Yaya Butu Kwame Sefa can free a piece of Yaya Butuno. And everybody thinks it's normal. John Mahama saw very setting. And Oba and Kwame Sefa can in Yagri. So they've impressed on the end employers. See unity. Pound for pound. Your mama no better set no. Or don't mind you could see passion. And the young Kwame Sefa can. And yes, sir. Unemployment. Because Kwame Sefa can and Kabi Mawomo expose the president. What kind of hypocrisy is this? Precisely. And general, Menoka say, one more force my Kesben a year, Mr. Speaker, for Mr. Speaker Tosho. Kesben morning shows. Mr. Speaker, yes, Mr. Speaker, Abba Bedi a galamsey demonstration. Our brother galamsey demonstration. Time we for the Tuso. Galamsey once and someone, you call as an Gregwako fast story. Mr. Speaker, boss, I am Yankasame, a Ura Casman, Pabanakasi, and Mr. Speaker, boss, one on a speaker production manual. Speaker, speaker, corruption in a matter disease, never yet near a good for the time, the Yakalam says someone. Cotton and budget, and then this Basso, and this was a multi speaker, and judgment, or my impress one a year, friend say, Casman, I'm an Ayitey. Jesus Christ. Now, on your board, Speaker Bayer Cassia and said, "No, to exactly so. May ya more any idea? Kokuti me who say, what I'm sorry for. But they don't mean young community. Speaker no walk or do you know what Bruchiraba? Kwame, what bar said ye no son of why? Hey, now we're crying woman, my command one to know. Not care any idea no. What to me you should be a suppressor. Then they are my job with free range. Kwame the other by your Mukronimo. Your mama suppress all voices. Exactly. And I'm going say because of Sharafa Simuti. When you say Ghana Boxing Authority, your friend say Ghana Boxing, the picture to President, when you say formally were resigned. Precisely. Abraham Kote resign was say because of and we are in a culture of silence. Nobody is talking about it. Exactly. So. Na to me become one self. What dia goro? Akufo-Addo ye bia kan ya. Mo ba na mo se mo ba be ye. Mo be ye ni ye. And the culture of silence. Ye kan obi anu atum. Exactly. Ni emiamia ayi for the records page so. Ya ma ne nko nko sida be. Abraham Kote adanya because yakoka Sharafa asem. Am yese a British boxing hwan. Etine so mo se mo ntimi nya adwuma. To resign. Abraham Kote resign. I say I deeply regret to inform the fellow Ghanaians that I'm resigning as a president of Ghana Boxing Authority due to personal reasons. Because I welcome Sharafa Asem. Yeah, Monko Bianuntum. But general, history has a way of repeating itself. Precisely. Whenever people feel like they have been oppressed for so long, I question what the bullshit shoe. Exactly. Hey, then you be peace. You too, Kwame Nkrumah. No man for any jubilation on the street. A suppression of a free speech. Precisely. Not because Kwame Nkrumah and Bibia. Kwame Nkrumah ya dear pa. They do baby any idea na 2 million wa cost on ya didn't want suppressing free speech. Exactly. So it is a John Mahama say, Yenji Sefa Kayedi. John Mahama say, Yenji speaker di. You can continue this for how long? How long? And the advancements are joyful. When it's koto, Samia Oku make point. Like I'm a journalist in the Obusa question. What train me answer one, and Obusa next one. Precisely. And the one done it. And Timika said, it is not our job to put the government on his toes. Okofa do kono benku. A pan ubejina you. Utiri koto ne wa juma no ho. Evans utiri koto se jemu aboa. Wo de munyimi sa. Munchina ho na munyimi. Ade. Obia ntimi nka obia ka sabuan chene yi kro ne nyina ye dia. Precisely. Ejeno obia ntimi stop you bia. Eti aya Kwame Sefa kan ba pam no mompam no. Speaker ha Kwame speaker ko Holland ne bra. O duru wa fa Europe ne kro ne nyina so. Agase fo nya bia we wo nware tu nya bia we. Bonya ko ma. Obabaka. Your plans are in place, and you roll it. A common no. And you will be paid every month. You bet you are catching every new truck as well. You will be paid. Messi, you will be paid every month. More than what you have been paid at Casman. I guess if one of the more.
Precisely.
Nobody will suppress anybody in this country.
Exactly so.
I was Auntie General. Who raise her from raising and then near man does. Who raise it? And then I see.
Grassroots for you, food soldiers for you.
Almost a day. Grassroots for the came. I don't say the NSC. Danny Yenti.
And from credit and some credit and from Cassan Chirok and Cassan and Cassan penny Mubia, so umbra, me, and this for. My man from Ghana. My fighter man from Ghana. Mrs. Samaboa or Biawa Dajo Ghana. Call Jum Kumasi Jum to my life. Kopisa Sawusha Achekura. A dear Name, NDC, Honorable Mubarakinti, NDC, Timima, Batra Bianca, me, I'm in Jinaway, and then I'm in a bomb Yanka Yokumi. Ya DNDC, ya cook, ya high, ya would platform, ya coffee to from a NDC, because ya would have my platform is so and come off for fight way. Some conform where say you show me, Nayo be more Mokrano, quite fearful and more. You make Shamuka, your credit as a mamma, you make Shamuka, quite fearful, beautiful. Now, when you got a full free.
Hey, a mobile. At the end, General, when I do resume, I know you. I was just saying, I critical. And this is for no more come.
Yes, you would do for the dear.
I would. General, my catch them. When who cried a moon to me? We say when you're more year against the law, and I may catch a man for no, make a man for no idea, and Okramun so moon to me. Now I find a mobile bedroom, a mobile procurement, Mokron only be PP, and I Ekuonaba tabine. Where are you back with your friends? I mean, we are by Basintali, and I'm a son of Basintali by Basintali. Why are you near Basintali? It's a Ekuonaba tabine while reporting that you might buy Basa. And so you man there, and I'm on call platform so na munye say okuja to the ABO Ekuonaba tabine scammers it ya fe na mobile procurement mobile wia e general no so duru wa mo de beba meka it yenya nuru ba bia we 6 months ya ka 3 years 4 months ebe wa na wo wia no a afa na ebeduru ba bia o mo pepe twon ma mansi anamu to mo ado mo nsam no so be sa ba aha so nam tie
for the record.
Na grofo adwatu. Na ye kan grofo adwai. Ayi we say nyon nko a.
Nyon nko hene.
Ba ko yi former Adenta MP. Dani, bo former Adenta MP de ne nhwa de. Why? Adu asare. Adu asare. So o ka say form for no nko a na ekam.
You know, it looks like some of us, yeah, like I always say, me.
Danny, are you coach at the end who so bob, but you free actually? Oh,
what do you change?
Danny, coach at the end, Bonti, you free actually now, yeah, Bonnie. What?
But and I mean, all jokes apart, you know, it looks like some of us, yeah, like I always say, me, I'm like the cock. Yeah. I've said it over and over. What do you mean change? So I say, over bus from intermediate, I can manage myself no matter the circumstance. But binum to me stand the cry. What am I say? Binum. Yeah, tough maybe, but we are all trying to manage expectation. The important thing is like, bibi kakra yedi bibi asha omunsano. They will also spread and absorb. You also say they don't pick.
Say be genuinely or busy.
Oh no, at least who miss call who miss call now in the park? So to be fair back when you are less busy. What you say? And sometimes getting to me kokotna baby crass or trying penny be. But tenasia last minute you are back at us another meeting or it's not that pleasant, I must be honest. I mean, if some of us are even having to
going through that,
go through that experience, you can imagine how it feels downstream, you know. But hey, it's early days.
Soldier on.
We pray people will have their grounds. But we also risk getting into that arena where the MPP found itself. And
discontent within the ranks.
Yes, and
Edwa sare na kasa yi ana wo se de ekoso no
obodo onye fom nipa o
we nya fom nipa o esoro de o no mo da soro no kura no mo eda yaya eno yese de oda yaya ohunu nyame na wo abutu e de blanket abutu so edwa sare kam se me ka kire o ti we kose ya 1 year o mo ad information beba ko Afrifa metia o mo na bebre na MPP de ya na ye de ma media no o mo de beba procurement mu wi won be likiaba etuwe ni enya nru ho we ye mu mistakes am ye na me ka kire Ghana for general na mani bi se ha de o musua de aha no mba bisua de so ani yansa nkire o ma de sua me hunu se abranchi do se na yire kitchen o tum futuro gu nipa no ani se ana wo ye ne ade obi ankon emanyo Ghana mo fam kwase anko na mo na bi ankon na de General, o mine yan tiase dani akame boni video ni kakra bi 30 seconds na fe manfo hunu se akwa no enam say easy when you do kwasia aboa when you fobia vani timi go it's so easy to do because when you so adwene ana wo nsua ana wo nim de o mine free ba I was there because they say eti we dey be osori a obi amana kwasia nko no obi ankonyi wa Ghana no obi ankonyi wa Ghana muntie no na memra ne nkire mesi mo besua de. We will force you people to learn. We will tell you the history of our nation. Or mine na muhu ne Ghana no. Agosia. Meba ejana ni jinawasa. Unim si akase Gold Coast no. Enya de muhu ne Ghana na Gold Coast. Me ka kire ba be hunu. Unim de. Ene memu ahunu. Ba bi e free ba. E kwan ye fa so asa map no kura mukura sisia no. Munya asa map no. Ni obi abetra, obi amana kwase anka. No obi so easy to do. Precisely. Dani boni enti.
Okontokwa ene sani nyina nkwasi asem obi eni wo okon eye ahimfie ntokwa ode je Ghana si wo kwasi bi eni o okon ahimfie ntokwa je Ghana si wo ye ni Ghana fo de ko ye ntokwa na je Ghana si wo ye ni abrofo na tena assistant document ene je Ghana kwasi bi eni wo okon de busia ntokwa de je Ghana enti wo kwasi asem mfiri onko no ha
don't play much. General, and this is the when any patchy, you know, any power because onsuya and wonim and it's so simplistic. It is so easy to do. But as soon as he, Mammy educate you kakra or mining a 15 yarn a bay at the iron. So that if Ghana map on 1 minute 2 hono, far at 2 or not Ghana for shadi, and I mention 1 year. Na menchiramo a free 1821. Letters patent of 1821. I this search as McCarthy buyer. Edibaba see the bond of 1844. A quanya far so the Supreme Court ordinance of 1850. Yababe do baby you do I'm schooling you because you have to learn. Missy Crow, remember Manchen Mabawan, most yandia. And if I got him up on a tour, not Omon Shadie. I was ya. Yakase Gold Coast. So before say Ghana Benya independence, near Frey Gold Coast. Why not see near Frey Gold Coast? I hear fun and a Gold Coast. And it's sad. It's a dear no mediation before say Benya independence. This is the Ghana no Yaki Kamboom. Kwame Nkrumah ne force us Ghana we be yesi. Na Ghana ntisa. It is an quantity Yakase Gold Coast wa. The entry and then over here no almost kuma the liberation of country in Yano. Over here no more Western and a Eastern for. A dientia. If some no case you can Gold Coast no. Gold Coast ni ye wofring cry ha. Agosia enkra. Etwa to anumabo. Akọ Cape Coast, Ekosi Western. And the Gold Coast. Ensure nano. Etiano na Gold Coast colony. But no kwan before say Baba Gold Coast colony in 1844 no. Na Gold Coast colony. Obi adane man. Elmin adane man. You can say Anomabo dane man. Cape Coast dane man. And they do baby omo kokko sign a bond of 1844 me do baba ho. Ansa ne ye chichira mana be ye Gold Coast aboa no. Ama buronia be di so. Adidi mu Ashanti territory, Ashanti colony so ho. Eti de mu hunu no. Ekwa akwasi ahafo ne portable. Eti yenya freedom kura 1957. Baby a mo friend bono ahafo ne no. Ne ye friend Ashanti West. Wonsua de enti. Oso obi ankon. Obi anyahwe. And your friend baby a Northern Territories, which is a Northern Protectorate. A one not British for and the control more protective more. So general, your free baby nearby. And then your friend voter region. Then your voter region. Transvoter Togoland. A quiet fast why you can't Ghana and the Bomo who Ghana map, we had a major war. And Crofobin a coin, Edward Momo Jasio. So when you don't have a knowledge of the history of the people, so simplistic because on Shuandia. So Menoka say, Ashantis at no point was under a British colony. It was not a British colony until a year 1901. And 1901 year. And I'm Ashanti war. Yet we are no be Buama and or Mubedi in Yadia. Niamani Bebri. Now you can Gold Coast one. Agosia. Abrafuna bias or mobile be dready. It was mobile when you were many governor in Bibia. It was in 1821 when we assassinated for no crap and to Quadodo. And no dear first, no, a war of conquest. Was it? It's one more year near the no assassinate for the Pentoquanti Kokura. And one more corner. West African company, the company merchants. One would judge Chirema, a yes, such as Makati. Such as Makati in Chef Fort and Castles. Satam one infant to Fuenia, dear. One much 1 year such as Makati, what the Martini, Governor Makati, New Hawaii. No would judge Chiremano. I was one would judge Chiremano. 1824 one also years and 1 year Santifond to Kwabisieni. The Battle of Nsamanko. Something in the Charles Katamata in Niti, our prayer river. Also, be uncle, you are my Ghana. Obi uncle, be America's younger. So simplistic goes on shia. Something in the Charles Makati Tio, Brony Coco, Trinity. That is the canon a year sacrifices and for 4 years, yet the J or mind is you. Yababa nearly, you were something in it at my prempe in ye. Mutimika and Nelson Mandela co-prison for 28 years. Etiensum Obi Jenem Quanto ho Echo exile. Santa Ina Jama Prempeni. In 1896, Yachini free Hasi. Esaranda yet the co exile Sierra Leone. Omani ba Monsona Santiford Sierra Leone said before me as Santiago. And Omani cause Seychelles Island. Obia Tinasia won Shiadia. It is yet me boy a year friend said Nelson Mandela Basso. So co-prison for 28 years. Santa Ina Sajama Prempa Yacheno, Emmanuel Koye from 1896, embassy 1924, and Sandy Jana Manaba, 28 solid years. More than a crowd to Hoba for the Emma Yena Ghana and Ukraine. Obi to Kwasia won Shiadia. Nena Nanuma Kwan Yurians Unity. He wants to erode and distort history. At Yabano. General, at Yabano. Yes, Yari. Farmer Panebra no Moshadi. Enti Edru Baby no. 1957. One more year no, the Battle of Samanko, ye winning yard. And now one more day Governor McLean, a buyer. And no Governor Chilson, money at the Munina buyer, and son of Governor McLean. Governor McLean buyer. General, the ma even Gold Coast colony, Yenya Gold Coast colony. A free in Krankosi at the end of your Cambo Mukura and a major way. One more year McLean say. A young fancy for I am for no you can say a British no or more agreement to be said. One bet your ground rent for one more castles, 14 castles. A woman tribute. Maclino. One more year there was one tribute. Anna, a British you fancy for him for no a Johnny call England. So more quack share the canon Nakasakan one share. Kinedward one share. Why any ad when she no by them na some no be heated. It your forming committee so mo hwehwe mu ade. Later, and a lead mom ko sign the bond of 1844. And ma bu Cape Coast denchira ne ade. Wom ko sign the bond of 1844. E dey no mo sign ye. Omo say asante for ne pentokwa. No mo ne ye be kontokwa. It way a military pact between ye ne mo. Say be ya mo be ko bia ma ye. ampa the bond of 1844 no womo afantefoɔ na dwene ɔmo sɛ womo ne we mo sign military pact no saa abrɔfo no so afa ne sɛ ne yɛ ba bedi mu so ana ene womo keka womo nyina bɔ mu efiri nkran wo ye ne ye nuanom nso bi from eastern ɛyɛ achimfo yi womo nso ɛkɔhyɛ ase directly ya me ka say afa na abɛyɛ sɛ yɛbɛfa yɛ ho fa hodie wo ye wodru santima mu ɛwɔ no obi ama ne kwan sɛ ne obesan bond bia ɛyɛ ntɔkwa and the war of conquest and Crawford wo mokra ato ho obi tro se kwase bia anyi o ma bia nsi ho mensa saba nya mensa saba wo kokosua de ebetworo nkrata ma ye ya anka ne nka to asase wo nkran ne kekusua eso kokko Elizabeth ho ana kokko Kinshasa wo ma ne sign ma omkofa Crowns Act bill ene eye ho ahwan ba se ene ye begensa ase ne nyina koma Kinshasa obi sua de it took mensa saba to be able to save us from that okwase bia anko anya o ma Ghana kwase ne so simplistic ne yakane sa na nipa we na we mu hero we no mu sua no if we name the history where we are coming from adiaba no adia na ya tete nipa mu ne ya distort history ya didi grofo adiaba no agosia adiaba no yes signed the bond of 1844 we omani asante beko no omoje woka ho ye nuanom baby omo wo voter region dienti abehwe no omo ka se papa bi say wo mo tre omo ni ade if you won't learn history you will not even understand why they say so omo tre omo at that time na one year transvoter Togoland ana baby ye Togo sisia no one year French Togoland so in 1958 there was a plebiscite okay there was a decision either say transvoter Togoland no ebekwa akoka Togo ho anase ebegya Kwame Nkrumah me ye call referendum and ye je referendum ne de transvoter Togoland ne beka Ghana
the people
ti wonim wa wonim onsuan so itiri koto atemdide nko a and ye je no beka ho na ye German for dia na German for ne ayi British ne ko agreement je beka ho ana me nya map ya wohuni ti map ya wohuni ye ka se Gold Coast ejuba yom so before it here beje na Gold Coast no Ghana ye Gold Coast Ghana be na ye Gold Coast wa e form happen na ye Gold Coast e form ha yellow one na ye Gold Coast dia ka nyina nka ho enti na behwe big six na big six for no omo ye omo free stroa na nka ye ka obi asabi wo call exile for 28 years now ka big six ye uniform if at that time na nya Ghana nie 1935 na kwasi broni ebaba ko ye 1901 asante anwlo wo omudi nkunim ne ade no de asante fa ahudi ama no na asante da ne mai so when you hear asante say na asante your maya and we've been able to sit there for people to distort history say ye fra omo mateme ho fo ade no omo nka wonte do omo tie omo ho and ye nyina ye se ye betena in peace and harmony na gbewa wachichire ye ne Dagon kingdom ansa no de ma ya kan wo enti na wo se achichire asanteman achichire Ghana ninti na gbewa 7 previous onfa ne kwase asem nko una nanu mu anko papa no mu anko nti onim hwe Chimbabatu Zambira uko apa Easter wachichire ne kingdom we yansa no de ba inde wura jakwa mu chichire wo mu kingdom fighting for the freedoms of their people Ephraim Joseph Castle Hayford mo they fought for the freedoms of their people ni anya kwase bia wonsua hwe wo ba no abeye na obi anko okonya fa kwase akọ we ni mu history we ni mu we ni mu hero we ni mu hero the kind of energy and testimony ade kobi ejena akosia even santitimonu ayede ba anenkranfo enten asanteni ade me ka kire osen kranfo ayimfu bebre no papa no ya asantefo abagye di gbese manche ni okanja ne papa ya ayi ankama ofori ankama ofra kro kire aba bedi wona na kire ayi gbese manche ni okanja na what is ye ka se manche takitewia na ye akandi anankradi tewia de ya eti asante ni nkran no ni ade ye nyina ade baako that's when this no mama we no antete ni omani mu ni ade o mu win election ade ba ni ye ho sa no distorting history nobody wants to learn akoja on sua de na temde de nko na kwase na aboa na fa hin na kosi hin eno kwa so simplistic ade ba no every tete asante ne nkran ade baako enkran for ade baako me tia ni atwele ayi abonati me cousin no me direct cousin no atwele ayi abonati me direct cousin no ya ne okọ nungwa sisi ya bokete frankwa na kunya wote so me na nas ayi gabenhene kwamboache ana de ma wo mu a wo mte so koko bisa no bokete frankwa enti the unity between accounts and a gas and everything
exactly
edru baby nyasa bi nkran ahemfo a anka wo broni tam golden stone di dwane na mo ka de no anafi mo de entitiye to tv and this am fantitiye antoto manfo ntemu a ontimi survive ade be no
expose the
ade be no
coin
ade distortion so no ah akusha ade be no when you are history teacher no when na kwase bia nko anyi oman na kwase bia na monko ne ade ba no oman no nye fitia na be ya Ghana efri ba bi na eba by 1935 na asante for freedom no ye de amaye de dada 1901 ntoko esi ye ma kwasi buroni bedi ye so no anwuro asante wo ne awie 35 na mo de freedom ma ye na Kwame Nkrumah kosere ye sa asante hene wadaroma ye na fa wo de ne be ka ho ne anuanom no fofo nso mfa nka ho and ye call referendum ne ye voter region be ka ho. That is how come you see the Ghana you see
exactly
so mranche no maba ombesua de Onsia, na ba betu na TikTok ne hwe oba to yese no ayem de na modi akwa ye chi na kwase bia anse na kwase bia anyese na kwase bia. Is this the kind of year mo bese musua? You don't even have a knowledge of the history you guys baby am free ba. Odi omo shepu mu so. Eje no a ha de yesua de o. Wonye wadwene se obesua de a ema ha. Wo ha yesua de anya abo ne kwase ayi kuma teku ne papa ne ofori anka mo fira korokere nkonko busa ayi kuma teku anu ye nkran hene ewo gbesi ne papa fira korokere asante akorokere ade baako ni ama politics and when this for wo mo stock in trade pa no mo stock in trade wo mo antetia kamfo mo ntimi win election da divide and rule tactics na kamfo no so ya dwene mu ohanti ya ma ho kwan ma ye cheye mu woni asante fo nko fante fo mo tamfo ni asante fo da be na fante ni asante omo be ya atamfo nti you know mama obi antum futuro bia ni ho me metiasi bia ni ho yan sorry fro na fe yan fo mo constitutional law ni yan konko kire omo the constitution no Yeka okuja to ablakwa anu wo yese o de nioma ni we ni de ba aba nyasa bo me ayi baako wo ayi fra branches ayi ojayi hweme baako ni hweme ni enko ni enkyere manfo no ade. Nobody will distort history.
Never.
When I'm alive you can never distort history.
Precisely.
Medase. So we are back to the classroom and we are going to learn.
Precisely.
So, so no so easy. Why do you more high? Anybody can say that and it will be so simple. Learn Now let's come back to the classroom. You know, okuja travel akwa. No yes passport no. Wo mate so. Every here ne de ben. And you bisa say what so ampa. Na onu na be kan ye. Dani for okuja to post no a ode to wo say o mate passport no so from 500. O say dia ya tete so say hu. Na okuja travel akwa and ekokan we. Oboa. Makacham say aban na Ekuonaba. They believe in propaganda agenda more than even the works. Scammers aban. Na dodo na ehunu. Afi mumia nhwe. Okuja to so starting from April 28, it will take effect. Now young konko he owura Patrick Yabuama. Say Patrick Yabuama ebusa. Okuja to say wadama April 28 in a twam de dada o. Na say wo yende. Okuja to so yan hwe ni ade. Owura Patrick Yabuama voice na manfo ne hwe. I ura Patrick Abuama.
Busumi me no chini. Foreign Minister buy no. Obeka share Ghana for say passport price. Yeah, what so? Na question me busa no che say passport prices yenyante so. Or say or try my the fees and charges law number in August. And sana who the finance minister bet by ya for home. Inti Sajia ne uncrofo trim say passport price they so up from 500 to 378 Ghana cedis. Enya no credit. Inti mummy and train near her sampa. Say finance minister, ebi or the media review neighbor. Now so have the financials no can say Empire can see a bit of so now intimate so to say they are doom so levy or massa chair sign ya. Eja o my moon na yin na yeti nti yenhwe omuna yede o man na show munsa na emom ne ombeka bia no so ye tro to ho na ebusa ho question anu ye bia ban so a ye ne mu bedi nkomo na yede no kra na to ne da nti bida mun na amase na me sha be bosumi
Dani aya eti Genoa Dani aya Genoa akosua at this point no we must say twatro o se better so about 300 enya no kure enti so bia ni bia in fact wo hwem kura na afedi asa kodu 850 ni ade akosoro mirror man mirror of justice wa kanso wonyai na no no ye ni ade no be ka kire ye se wo madi wo mfrɛ ne say Ghana embassy in Washington ya close no ade ntia no ya so ya fra obi ayi kwaten maybe bi kwaten na kwaten na wi a Ghana for to the tune of several millions of dollars. Ama Honorable Hajia, His Excellency Hajia Lima. Ababa catch us a Fred Quatin. Say one year even worker. You Fred Quatin, ye even worker, Ghana embassy. So could you trust a chatro? Nemo mono, the money Fred Quatin, the one say. Tien you, the money one say. One money in the war, a year courier service arrangement. Eti Fred Quateno onya dwuma eye Ghana embassy ho na nka mpese wanya access mpo akwa ko wia Ghana sika eti okuje to ba betwa atro na adwuma omo ye ne se eye o passport wia Fred Quateno na che passport no wa America ho mankrofo enya omo de so ni courier service awo abra wo okuje to ba yi se courier service adwuma na wo hwehwe na opese wo yi na didia instead so be go ahead no abrogate the contract for which he knows the repercussions of it enti yeso opekwa bi so twatro eto wo se Fred Quatin ye no mawie je no close embassy no kura da etro Fred Quatin nya adwuma ho ne mo ye courier service afi okuje to baaye ono so asan agreement with the courier service for se Ghana ha kura no ene me no kasa America for courier service no okuje to di aba no wo mutimi de obi passport koma obi dani se wo sa lady na wo ye se ne passport wa ye de bre no se wo kasa ye na obi aka che so ye de passport abre me na me hwe ni pakrokra me hu Emma Ghana ha kumasi ya courier service okuje to ne assign agreement se wo be ye dani for video of nkrofo stranded our passport office kumasi because our passport for several weeks almost sankai for more than 6 weeks almost sankai and these are scammers in government wemo
precisely so
Dani bo video na manfo aye stranded wo kumasi passport office wo ebi so omo passport wo sankai ukuje so abla kwa yenti
I'm not doing anything.
Yes, why are you recording us?
I'm not recording.
Yes,
what shows that I'm recording?
Then let me see if you are recording.
It's my cell phone.
You are recording. Why are you telling me
I'm
you are
recording you.
Just
Why do you think I'm recording?
I've seen you recording.
Why do you think I'm recording?
Because I've seen it.
No, I'm not doing anything.
Then let me see.
This is my phone.
Why would
You
you
can't
record
force
it?
me to do anything.
Then you shouldn't tell me that you are not recording.
I'm not recording you.
Then let's confirm it.
I can't do that.
Then it's true
It's
that
my
you are
personal
recording.
phone. I have
You can only have a
Yes. Send the easy cry, easy. For Fonia bread, don't be quiet. So from a fat. Oh, from a mom fat. Poor service pa. Obi and go for a cry ready. A bit more to find and watching a yard. I said the passport number the event. A man misunderstanding from Saturday last week. ABC there. A man high beja, easy cry. Yes.
I'm not recording.
I'm not doing anything.
Just confirm for me. Why are you recording us?
I'm not recording.
Just confirm.
What shows that I'm recording?
Then let me see if you are not
It's
recording.
myself.
You are recording. Why are you telling me you
I'm
are
not
not
recording
recording?
you.
Just
Why
Daddy Brabak. I was ya. It man for no na ye stranded no. Okuja to adwuma wo yo. Kontompa ban ba ko ne se okuja to be ka kire Danny fa sa picture na okuja to ekura passport de kire man for say what the chip embedded passport aba. What the new chip passport aba chip shemu ni ade. Danny fa kire man for no. Fa kire man for no ne hwa de. Ni ehwe so okuja to na mpaniampa what the ba ya na so ba na ho de da. General, Okuja to beka so Ghana's chip embedded passport rollout begins. Or the Ghana chip embedded passport. Ewa abra me ne okasei. Ekufuado na de chip embedded passport iba dani fa Ekufuado picture eto wo abra wo launch. Okuja to sa ba be launch biu. Ade Ekufuado launch de dada wo. Ya de dada. Ya rizi de dada. Okuja to sa ba eso no na de ba. Enie Ekufuado chip embedded passport o je ne de ekura. Okuja to ba was one the day ba. Ti certain saban. Scam saban. Ekufuado na launch chip embedded passport yi de dada. Under Shelly Ayokobotwe. And Okuja to so na ye. Atro. Ekufuado launches new chip embedded passport where Ghana web report. Ti adia ba no. Adia ne tro no amode ayi propaganda ne jandam no ayi manfo no chen se mo be ye adwuma. Agozua.
Ade omu huso.
Omu so.
Amamo ne fu.
E ko kan se sia o medi matem. Atro. Ni anya adwuma ha mankrofo, yanya adwuma ha mankrofo, yanya adwuma ha mankrofo. Na wanya adwuma mankrofo a. Aka gusu sakibi.
Bisebio.
Adia ba no.
Call him. Expose them.
And we will expose them. You have to. Me see be expose them. Some man for no do mon tin yama bebrase. Ana me me some mon tiase. Ma adwene nso mo ha.
Exactly.
Enti we no me nyama adwene say de mo kan beti. Menim say bra ne bedu the reality will dawn on you.
Precisely.
When reality sets in, propaganda will move away.
Let them know.
You told the truth. Propaganda. Tumfu trogu man for nani. Na Fred Kwati wieska. Na besi na Fred Kwati no ntimi fa ne nkokọ to bia. No bi wieska fa ne nkokọ to. Mumu sa ne se court be no de Fred Kwati no akọ. Auja. Ya mamamfo no live in the dark. We will let the people know what is happening. The people will understand what is going on.
Exactly.
Yes.
Medicaga just said the day the people will understand what is going on around them, Ghana will know no peace.
Never.
Because bebre no adwene ni mo ha. One thing you man bebre ase.
Exactly.
Tin ya twa ebu asisi e bekyire mu. What is the position of the law?
Told them.
Yan so dem free wo. Na yanko sacking of people. Evans Mensa, Joy News. What's it? Enye na juma. Yanko hwese na juma na enye na juma. Evans Mensa. Yes, sack more than 30,000 people from Ejuma.
Ejuma so na bi ni ho.
And now no go so ameda sore. Ano mo yes a Bank of Ghana. Was sacking nipa 150. And anifa a year nemo mo nko GhanaRecords.com na mo nko ready. The year can dey mo tie nyina no. E won yema authentic news. GhanaRecords.com. Authentic news. Said the tears and report no. Maya ne nkrofo no mo ye adwuma pa. Entertainment stories ni ade nyina. Now we make a Ghana Records yi. Page bi wo TikTok. Your friend Naked Truth. Na Naked Truth na mso nim me kura cha me ame ho. You know, I go for a break you say me am creative. Na wo ba bi ni kunu. No mo pekatichi asem penasem. Na menim. Ani ade na mo ye na mo sika de je medu achi ache o. Na odo am wo manti. Enti Naked Truth no. Nana ya ne kunu na wo em say Germany me ana omo creative. Na mo konko di akire. Why? Mo go di akire. Say grofo ni chin page ni nti omo ye no omo report no. Mo go di akire Naked Truth no. Nana ya o ma so nko didi o. Na odo omo wo ma me. Dodo no wo ma me nti no. No oni okachire ne kunu say be a TikTok mame. Na me pese me promote Okatakyie. Na ne kunu say dia asem o say maka be mame. Oba besia o. It is who said the man for ne Okatakyie asem o. Oba besia. No nya adaje. Me ma me video ye okwohwehwe de ba ani ade. Kwa fa so kwahwehwe ba agura me nim. Till later o promote na ya me da say. Naked truth me dem ase. For the records mo ya de. Na ne mo ya no mo threaten ne ade nkosi hwe enwura why. Nkosi hwe enwura. Intimo ko GhanaRecords.com. For the records page ne nso wo ho. O fa TikTok ne ade ne nyina wo ho. Na general you say Bank of Ghana ana wo mo asaki nipa 150. Now I don't know why or mine yes so kwase asem so. And excuse my French. Yes so kwase asem bi so say you to abama aban a. Aban ne ba otimi saki obi a ope. The reason is saying you fa wo mo 2020. Then if I let no Bank of Ghana they asaki nipa 150 no. Fatu na afi yen hwa de. Na ye musa say John Mahama was so ba ye wo ye resetting. You know. Ye musa in 2016. O lose election then wo ye. Fellows of Okatakyie and Kasamafo. On Kano Kurenti. 2016. We are going to remind the people what John Mahama did. O lose election. And then wo ye. John Mahama say Ekuonaba second crofo. And then wo ye. Ye musa. Oka say what did he say yesterday? Na ka me hu ye. Enipa den ka wo be 24-hour economy. Now say 1 job, 3 shift, 3 persons. And you be free man and scammers. Kill net taban. Nada. Kontompo aban. Dani. For Bank of Ghana 4 unit to so na yen hwade. So Bank of Ghana so we yi nipa 150 adi. Adentin we yi nipa 150 adi a. General. My yen kan sisu dua say. Although ye kase ye fa obi under eye aban bi. Okay? But technically, say you for be a Bank of Ghana, the employer, the employer of Senipano, a Bank of Ghana, precisely. So there is an employer-employee relationship between them. So what governs employer-employee relationship? A Labour's Act of the year 2003. Precisely. The Labour's Act, Labour Act of 2003, and on the govern, and you better the position of the law. And you know, Labour Act and a candidate. Now Constitution say you will be because you are politically affiliated to MPP or NDC. And then a Constitution you ever heard it's a man for this. So we need to let the people know. Exactly. Your mama boom rabbi so. Then in 2016, your mama lose election. Follow me. Then in your mama lose election. Or shall say appointing Crawford appointee. Even dom level. Adia Bachama Jomama. Wako. And or appointed dom level. So that is the hypocrisy of John Dramani Mama. Malam Yoani. That man. Now your busa a year fellows of Fosukwache. Then you rest video in Mame. Your busa fellows of Fosukwache. Say Adan Yatua Berry. Not your mama lusu. Now so still I will go so air appointing Crawford. Yentie the fellows of Fosukwache. Yentie.
To Abaria. And no interest or mampeni or was no, not with Yamampeni yet. Ghana Mrano, Emma Emre Potia, Abambi Emra, Udine Kunyaso, a berry yet. Na if you bra, Obe Kunyaso, a copim bra, Wamamo berry yeno. Oh, Hoquine, said you made the Biara, Ghana Mra, Ma Hoquine so bid in Woody. And yes, Ebi, Ahumachia, Adiaxia, a bit shy or mampeni for Frono. Amanatile kunyano sunumpuno wutumi edijuma edeboa omano de hia ne se efamra kwanso se woko English abochimemu woko America woko be bia wo me owiase afanan a ye de keduma minke bi dijuma se omampeni bi tie kunya so a ekopem se
Dani sabo okay so Dani we are fellows of Fosukwache in 2016 you know Yatua Berry. Na afe your mama appointing Crawford. My four way more juma, my 4 way more gum, my 4 way more juma. Anna, fellows of Fosukwache say, Yatua Berry, na obi lusua, and don't just see young finance and winechi. More near juma to so be a swearing. And can walk in the no correct. If the governance is a continuum, precisely. It is Yatua Berry until such a time so be by a bedja cofrane flu be some. And no, Yankasa, Nipano finance and in principle, And the Kufuado buy was you, Safma for Cocasi, Beyin Crophobia, your mamma foul, Muno, Efrimu. Yan shed your mamma Kaya, then Danny, read your mamma Kaya, the picture of Fatu, Ghana Web Report. Your mamma saw Kufuado is doing the worst thing. So upon Crofo mobile near dear. It was no baba yet resetting. The resetting you. The resetting in you. And then me buy you, former boss, Julius Debra, or your chief of staff. Former President John Mahama has condemned where 27th May 2017 City FM. Your Mahama has condemned the mass sacking of public sector workers by the Ekuonaba administration.
Just look at that.
According to Mr. Mahama, the dismissal set a bad precedent for government and infringe on some rights. Your Mahama someone on Okatakyie in 2017. An infringement on their rights. 10 years. Have a young right to Chrono. Hypocrite.
Exactly.
And what buy former boss Julius Debra, chief of staff, was signed Krata said, Yan Sake Ghana for be infringement. Yes, Sake teacher for, yes, Sake Bank of Ghana for. More than 30,000 people have been sacked from their jobs. And we've accepted this foolishness.
Precisely.
Sabaya Norma. Yes, Sake security for.
Pound for pound.
Chief of staff sacks persons employed after December 7th.
Just look at that.
Nafe yebehwe sesabi o man yesake o no. I don't know why almost so accept say no mo say ye to abawi a yetimi sake obi a na the following 4 years 8 years no aban sesan ya sake obi a you go the position of the law
teach them
Danny na kam hu ye obi a so obey 24-hour economy agosua 24-hour economy o be fa nipa na no nke pam nkrofo ansa na fa bia she yanko hwe Labor Act section 63
teach the
63 2D. Now you reading what the Labor Act of 2003, section 63 2D says.
Educate us.
Huh? Your mama didn't know. He is infringing on the law. And nobody is taking him on. January section 63 2D. Now if you go ahead, your mama now you read Article 12, Article 17 of the Constitution for which your mama is not supreme than. Discrimination on grounds of political opinions.
Precisely.
Then you follow me. I don't know. Ni accepting kwasi asem. You ready a section 63. Then when you say make section 63 of Labour's Act. You remember? You remember Article 36. Directive Principles of State Policy. Ni ahwe. Ediana constitution neka. Obetimi asori asake nkrofobia keke. Because omo MPP for perceived to be MPP and are perceived to be NDC. Is that the position of the law? We must read it. I don't know. Now that you enlarge, now you read this section 63 2D of the Labor Act. Now, was it unfair termination of appointment? That is employment. Your nation of laws. Now, read this section 63 2D. Was it a worker's employment is terminated unfairly if the only reason for the termination is D, the worker's gender, race, color, ethnicity, origin, religion, creed, social, political, or economic status. 10 years. See your fan crofo adwuma. Near form after December 7th. And it is perceived this one MPP for. So on their political status, when you do that, section 63 of a year, you can say Labor Act of 2003. Or say it is unfairly termination. It is an unfair termination. How should you? The position of the law, your mama ebuso, and nobody is taking him on.
Tell him.
Yes, so we MPP for.
Oh, fire.
Section 63 2D say a worker's employment is terminated unfairly if the only reason for the termination is D, the worker's gender. So your bana be mention free. Race or you bruni or you tuntu or you bibini yen free. And answer the color where they are you free yen free. And ethnicity where asante where yen free. And also origin, baby of free. And also religion, so ye cramoni where yes, yen free. Creed, social status, and then the political status in team. You have unfairly terminated the Bank of Ghana for yes, you MPP for. You in breach of this law.
Look at that.
Tienye. Now, I go to Article 12, 12.2 of the 1992 Constitution, for which John Mahama is not supreme than.
Educates the president.
They catch a man for and said, John Mahama, you will boom that. Also, you're too early. Now, man, come and shall see a boom that. Say, Danny, Fameko Article 12.2, answer. Answer not about 17.2. Near how John Mahama is violating the Constitution and the rights of the people. The fundamental human rights of the people. And these are rights that nobody can violate. But see, every person in Ghana, whatever race, place of origin, political opinion, you can read Article 12 to near
Read to him.
It will be MPP in Titiabe. Again, a constitution, Article 12.2 today.
Expose him.
Already, I say every person in Ghana, whatever the race, the place or origin, or political opinion, color, religion, creed, or gender, shall be entitled to the fundamental rights, human rights, and freedoms of the individual contained in this chapter, but subject to the respect of rights and freedoms of others for the public interest.
Exactly.
How's two young people new? Who NDC new? Your fundamental human rights so is guaranteed under the Constitution. For which your mom and Timmy say we are doing mass sacking, and as a nation we sit down and watch him.
Double standard.
Then if I'm Article 17.2, near go ahead, your mama. Article 17.2 of the 1992 Constitution.
The people.
So your mama is violating the rights of the people. Or say a person shall not be discriminated against on grounds of gender, race, color, ethnic origin, religion, creed, social or economic status. And here we'll read what discrimination means.
Read it to them.
Per the law. Article 17.3. Then if you're calling discrimination, what it means? I say, for the purpose of this article, discriminate means to give different treatment to different persons, attributable only to, or mainly, attributable only to, than if I make 17.3, 17.3. I say, for the purpose of this article, discriminate means to give different treatment to different persons, attributable only, or mainly to their respective discrimination by race, place, origin, political opinions. You are violating the rights of the people under the Constitution. You are violating it. It will be a political opinion. So you are discriminating against the people under the Constitution. Danny, and we've accepted this foolishness.
Precisely.
Article 12, Article 17 free one. Under Article 36, okay, which is under Chapter 6, Directive Principles of State Policy. And no one more year near the almost way justiciable, and yet justiciable in your answer. What the court it me enforce it. And a case is baby, some number 1, some number 2, and IGP, MPP versus Attorney General, the SIBA case in here, Ghana Lottos operators versus National Lotto. You decide we. Yes, Chapter 6 in justiciable. That means who to me the court. I'm here. I one more year. The other side now you're ready. Article 36 under Chapter 6.
Read it to them.
Or say the state shall take all necessary action to ensure that the national economy is managed in such a manner as to maximize the rate of economic development and secure the maximum welfare, freedom, and happiness of every person in Ghana. You shall secure the maximum welfare, economic welfare, freedom, happiness. It will come when people need this one. Are you not violating this?
I'm violating it.
Every person in Ghana, and to provide adequate means of livelihood and suitable employment. So what our constitution is you shall provide suitable employment.
Precisely.
And the public assistance to needy.
Exactly.
Constitution say so na Mahama so opamon krofo akotena ana mu nyina mo hwe na yamude. Nyama na meka. Article 31. 36.13. And then you can go 36.13. So. I never know. I never near you. Nyama basa basa sana.
Expose the president.
Abanye also obey resetting. Resetting me.
Enuni.
Or see the state shall take necessary action to ensure that the national economy, one can say NDC economy, One can say CPP economy. The national economy is managed in such a manner as to maximize the rate of economic development and to secure the maximum welfare, freedom, and happiness of every person in Ghana, and to provide adequate means of livelihood and suitable employment.
Exactly.
It won't provide suitable employment. Also, a young people need to in violation and in breach of Article 36(1). Ghana for accepted foolishness with see a two abewia. We bob a second and crofo. We send people for so train. And there to me best send be almost your best Mama Kenya. Is that the kind of nation we want to build?
Do me, I do you.
To research in the new. Some George's second crofo. The former boss Julius Zebra second crofo. Yes, second crofo. Yes, I can walk around so more or Mutima Yen to Omoka Cranso. Near Sir Brom, the police for Brom.
SWAT for.
And I need a video of the police for Brom. I feel your mama. And a year, Danny Wood is a video in Bachelor. Yet, your mama a year, ne Omadi, 24-hour debate. I was no, what the 24-hour economy. And you're correct. Yes, Sano Mokai. It can be 24-hour economy. Obaka, me were Angela for me, we saw more question. Say, a cass economy. It encompasses so much. The banking sector, the agri sector, the transport sector, the security, the railway sector. It took us a 24-hour economy. Which aspect of the economy now person in the 24?
Ask them.
If we say no did matter. Because man for not doing more so they won't even listen. Now let's listen to John Mahama. So-called 24-hour economy. About 6 months also. After they was from MC July, you was saying it will roll out. And the teacher for then for the teacher for near this a police for Bromo, Epamono. Yohani Abai. And who you got you know, who you could be our bassa will be critique. I'm a man for Yapamomo. Debut. Aluja Yapamomo. Debita. Ubia Yedin. This is the kind of economy engineer. Ubia Yedin. What can you be? What can you be? What can you be?
Pay as you go for Nigeria show back pockets.
Pay as you go for the journalist for no. Nigeria show back pocket. Now young Conquer head John Domani Mahama so be 24-hour economy. General 24-hour economy omuchire mu say. Omso mo ba enyuma no de oho no. Omo ba breakino into 8-hour shift. It ka sori anopa nsia. Na okọ be 2 na nko apon. Na obi abestoa so. Na okọ Afi yanko hejo Mahama ne nchire mu of 24-hour economy oba ye dio afi de o chire mu pa se said the 24-hour economy ne tie e dani yammo video no a wo chire se afi the 24-hour economy ne ba na yeji
the 24-hour initiative, and I'm pleased to announce that on July 1st the 24-hour initiative policy will be ready to go into operation. This policy will provide the framework for continuous production, processing, and logistics in horticulture. It allows perishable goods like pineapples, mangoes, chilies, and herbs to move swiftly from the field to ports to international shelves, minimizing losses and maximizing value. And I'm pleased to inform you that the Ministry of Trade and Agribusiness and Industry and the Ministry of Transport are working together with the Ghana Revenue Authority, the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, the Ghana Shippers Council, and other stakeholders to soon declare the Tema and Takoradi ports as 24-hour ports. And I'm pleased to announce that on July 1st, the 24-hour initiative policy will be ready to go into operation. This policy will provide the framework for continuous production, processing, and logistics in horticulture. It allows perishable goods like pineapples, mangoes, chilies, and herbs to move swiftly from the field to ports to international shelves, minimizing losses and maximizing value. And I'm pleased to inform you that the Ministry of Trade and Agribusiness and Industry and the Ministry of Transport are working together with the Ghana Revenue Authority,
the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, the Ghana Shippers Council, and other stakeholders to soon declare the Tema and Takoradi ports as 24-hour ports.
Danny, General, we declaring there. Because was production and what baba in 24 hours. To mobile on electricity so. I'm on more production. He said was so more a car say one go fund trosuno. Then trosun ye me not the same a year sekani as son one year the door. And yet the same sekani as son one. So the production no bunch any board ye. Ye no a year crabwa kotano. The same production 1 year. It is opening more products in the produce the ababa senako a year a abuchila kotonwa. And so called 24 hours. So what then will happen is the bedroom will be 40 report war. Now so agreement home by if so by no and toast no I done. On far a tractors and near dear ma or mummy a man can say production by more. And so one got an port on train. Trouble got an port a train toast bay. If it already exists any a second year so and yet the door. It will be economy anymore. Our Greek sector. Now Greek sector no. One more tractors and near dear. Ama a BMU and go for produce more and more near produce more. And no now see a quack watching a port watching. Near train your man dear contentum. Oba ye money dear produce and 1 year produce. And so some crofon could be a 24-hour porter. And you kill net.
Look at that.
Because was saying for a year a gas cylinders in the idea. And what baby BMU and more electricity tariffs above form. And yes, I'm okay. And that was support and I know you could be a 24-hour. I was ya. When you kill net, I buy no. What buy no and cocoa pot in a year. One far policy beer Maya and getting no cash on Beman of voices one far my you. And so I see a baby port in under 24 hours. And you send your money about crab more to come and crash the economy.
Precisely.
When in the 24-hour economy? That kind. Dadana. Propaganda.
Exactly.
24-hour economy. Transport no again why you for 24 hours. If it's a nipa no eba best na kwaya adwuma no. The same persons in one. Traffic in a woman no. What's in nipa nimra adwuma for 8 hours. Obedi traffic mu more than 2-3 hours. Obedru our bre. And I'm so best the traffic mu bi onti no. Osore ntem efra adwuma mu ansa no wako. So technically nipa ne be ya adwuma for even less than 4 hours. So productivity
very low.
Now 12 hours and no na man for near money at the year by Oba on your transport system. Railways in Unyebi to be sorry free segremi. I will bear Juma one cry no. That's was 24 hours. Or buy a police for no cry and fabbing can who. As was a bank by your manager. Are you fake? Hey, you know, 24-hour economy. You're rolling it out. President go for buy free maternal health care. No, really, or release here. I could afford to buy in the first budget. The major flagship program. Free SHS. No, really. 24-hour idea say port in the open you could be ano. Now production electricity in Yataso there. Our electricity they say you increase and so your mama the car so or more year production or be more electricity meters for on be year juma najo. Oh I go say Bebo and your mama the guy. Men am kind. You know, men am guy.
Club for one can one.
Club they say fan or more year you so my. Bebo to spirit no zoo no so am ka so am de baba no
Yohane ni
eniji why na dey say the autopilot mum what hear whispers from the corridors of power yes wo nya ba adwuma no agya o minor to autopilot no ko gina ni anya men Canada no krepa
speedy
you know
oyene
o mind be atimu Koko Sechiman. Or see, I've asked them to open the port, the 2 port. So it will be a port in the 24 hours and a year dear bay. Because Ghana, we are more import-driven economy than export.
Precisely.
It is all be a port. And all you are saying is that people should bring in more stuff from Ayabuchi. Rather than say we'll build the economy to be able to export things. Not well thought through. And we call policy. there are several stages in implementation of policy. What's the agenda? Man for no now we collect your views on how it can be done. Your mama and children will buy a 24-hour economy. And the engagement in only AGI, and the engagement on the traders in why, and the engagement on the various sectors of the economy in why. Not thinking.
I do book the book kitty and the bread. Book kitty no the bread
and on the 24-hour economy. No man for no GD. I get this shot.
You had an Indian marketing kitty.
Dada no. Eti ya the baba can correct.
No any.
Yeah.
The about towns won't here.
I didn't have.
Yeah, true free.
True de
yes, true baby.
Wish. And I had a.
Dragon a for you.
Omujamfoni. And I had
a Black Star Square.
Black Star Square. No more black baby. I give and would you come a lighted torch. Then to move for 9 days. Omucha photo shoot.
Now when a month for the business and Jata Brewer or Jata Brewer.
Baby Jata. Sam George. Onye Jata wo new Jata Yehu. Oh yeah, some Okra George. And to Muntunia. Memen Kabi. Me. One per crop Flagstaff Aswo. Jubilee Aswo. One per crop for 1 year Brodel. Move forward. Now your mama and the Andrew Solomon Koda Paso. Your mama and the Andrew Solomon Koda Paso. And when you news you need Sam George. Onireka, Ekuonaba na nke yitwa ne. Asofo ne so ma yedi. Na me na mko kabi. Imam fo yedi. Ana wo ma begina ye Independence Square. No ma ye photo shoot. Efefi o ma no. Wow.
Omo wi abehye nkoma kese.
Mo wane ko. Mo Fabio. Parliament ani mo no. Mo kwan no mmeda ho. Why? Mo fa ketemra. Me ni hweka. Na wo so my policy, my principle on this matter, and they say, agenda setting or more
precisely
continuously
expose.
They try to put these things in the public domain for a conversation. First, I go you can't be yen to moon to moi. Na won't me more so in society. Also, I normal. I a boss in the society. I can't want some normal. Do you know what they are doing? I keep telling people, say, Mono ya nyoma buga buga. Sam George, what the kaka, or winning, not winning in ten. You free so, I'm on Danny. You see? Now, the more we have these kind of conversations in our public space, okay, in our media circles, the more it gets normalized on the psyche of the people.
Exactly.
And over show movies, baby, no. Osha 1, 2, 3, scene piano. And so some judges what them record. So what then will happen is that give it another 10, 15 years. The kind of people who and the engineer yabo is because ye tiny and party. Now gradually the society will get to a point where you this uncle yama and normalize it.
Exactly.
In the 1950s. Now Britain, you choose so you ube ko jail. Entry. Why? We know most second one. Some George don't know or the winning election. Only
baby Jata.
Only baby Jata. We, Mammy, here, you read the comment. Madam Kabi, Monfan to Moon to Moasam Lamco. Sure, we know, and yet, or say the only achievement of Jatamu Jata, or say the Judamu Jata is marrying for his Obolo brother.
Oh, now how soon as you see?
Oh, Raphael can't say Musa.
Raphael, when Cassania.
When Cassania. Nani? I didn't see. Baby Bear. Why power? Media for birthday some no kono. Okay, some ejina moi. Okay.
Any birthday be a pium was
I don't have you.
Yes, Jacob Amponsa.
Jacob Amponsa.
Former first lady, the bodyguard.
Former first lady, the bodyguard. Jacob Amponsa.
Nano no din baby. Yabe wishing na
Jatabua, a year is
ya wishing Jacob.
Most of them to move government.
Eh, the Yankee.
I mean, you make a view. First lady bodyguard in it. You was out say. The words you show have a birthday picture, power. For us, some go. We may just say power. I can't gonna do it by. Fantastic guys who. Jacob won't say. You may be a man for when continuously. The more you have this trumu conversation, give it another 10 years. And go for a good parliament be pass it.
Exactly.
Because at that time, when you mention trumu, it does nothing to their brain. A psychological impact. Exactly. When you are reorienting people, you have these kind of conversations in the public domain. And they themselves will decide. Why? Until see a banning movies via a year Netflix and year until see a baby is answer who never free media space. Yeah, can you know?
Exactly.
Ozia, I'm sorry. I was a judging tree back. The lady at the back of the chair will sleep with you. Yeah,
Wow.
As small letters.
Small letters. Why didn't TNT? I'm not that gonna just say, yeah, right there. What we answer them koi? Baba somo. But they say yeah, we know. The omoye na ninti almost say yeah. As many times that they want to distract us, they were finding means to also
precisely.
Do it. We came, we saw. We did Okatakyie Afrifa mensa.
Exactly.
I never don't see. Danny,
bye-bye.
Thank you. We shall meet.
How to use the laser home kit. First, apply the gel directly to the tooth surface as demonstrated on the video. Second, connect the light to your phone using the USB provided. Leave the light shining on your teeth for 16 minutes. Fourth, rinse your mouth and the mouthpiece with water, cold water. And lastly, smile. Using the toothpaste separately. Brush twice daily with the